everyone. I'm going to discuss the third lesson of geography, that is water resources. Let us understand why is water important. Water is one of the most important natural resources. We need water for everything. We need water for drinking, cooking, washing, agriculture, industries, generating electricity, domestic activities. Although about three-fourths of the earth is covered with water, most of it is salty ocean water. Only a small amount is available as fresh water for human use. Water scarcity. Water scarcity means shortage of water or lack of sufficient water to meet the needs of the people. Water scarcity is becoming a serious problem in many parts of India. Why does water scarcity occur? It occurs due to population growth. As population increases, the demand for water increases. More people need water for drinking, food production, domestic purposes, industries, agriculture. Agriculture requires a huge amount of water. The Green Revolution increased irrigation in many areas. This resulted in greater use of groundwater. Let's talk about the industries. The industries need large quantities of water. Industrialization has therefore increased pressure on water resources. Urbanization. Cities require large amount of water for houses, offices, hotels, industries, construction. Now let's talk about pollution. Water pollution makes available water unsafe for human use. Industrial waste, domestic sewage, and chemicals can pollute rivers and groundwater. Why is water conservation necessary? Water is a definite resource. This means although water is renewed through water cycle, usable fresh water is limited. Therefore, we must avoid wasting water, use water carefully, protect rivers and lakes, recharge groundwater, practice rainwater. And let's talk about multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river projects is a project that uses river water for several purposes. A dam is generally built across a river to store and control water. The main purposes of dams are irrigation, hydroelectric power generation, flood control, water supply, industrial use, inland navigation, recreation, fish breeding. For example, Bakra Nangal project. The Bakra Nangal project is an important multi-purpose project in northern India. It provides irrigation, water, hydroelectric power, water for other uses. Why are dams called the temples of modern India? India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru described the dams as the first temple of modest India because large dams were seen as the symbols of development, modernization, economic growth, agricultural development, and industrial development. They were expected to help transform India's economy. Clear problems caused by large dams. Although dams provide many benefits, they can also create serious issues. For example, displacement of people, large reservoir may submerge villages and agricultural land. People living there may have to move elsewhere. Now let's talk about loss of forest. Large areas of forest may be submerged when reservoirs are created. Loss of wildlife. Natural habitats can be destroyed. Changes in river ecosystem. Dams can change natural flow of rivers and affect aquatic life. Conflicts over water. Different states, farmers, and communities may disagree about how river water should be distributed. The Narmada Bachao Andolan. The Narmada Bachao Andolan was a movement against some large dam projects in the Narmada Valley. People raised concern about displacement, loss of forest, environmental damage, rehabilitation of affected people. The movement highlighted the question, should development take place at the cost of people and environment? Now let's talk about rainwater harvesting. It is the process of collecting, storing, rainwater for future use or allowing it to recharge groundwater. It is an important method of water conservation. How does it work? Rain falls on rooftop, water is collected through pipes, water is stored or directed into the ground, water level increases. Now let's talk about traditional rainwater harvesting in Rajasthan. Rajasthan has traditionally used systems for collecting rainwater because it receives limited rainfall in many areas. Let's talk about khandins. Khandins are traditional rainwater harvesting structures used in Rajasthan. They help to collect rainwater, conserve for agriculture. For example, tankas are underground storage tanks used to store rainwater. They were traditionally important for providing drinking water in many regions. Tamil Nadu and rainwater harvesting. Let's discuss about Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has taken a very important step to promote rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting helps to recharge the groundwater, reduce water scarcity, increase availability of water, prevent excessive groundwater depletion. Thank you so much. I hope you have understood this lesson clearly. So, the important terms are related to water scarcity, shortage of water, dams, multi-purpose project, groundwater, irrigation, hydroelectricity, etc. So, if you talk about water scarcity, it is the situation when there is uh, no availability of water, or when the availability of water is insufficient or very less in quantity. So the main causes are as follows: population growth, increased agricultural demand, industrialization and urbanization. What are the multi-purpose river valley projects? These projects are that use river water for several purposes such as irrigation, electricity, generation, flood control, water supply, and navigation. Why are dams called multi-purpose projects? They are called multi-purpose projects because they are useful for several purposes like irrigation, hydroelectricity, flood control, domestic dispute, and industrial use. Why are large dams criticized? Large dams can displace people, submerge forest, damage ecosystem and create conflicts. Now we have already discussed about rainwater harvesting and tankas. I hope you have understood this lesson clearly. Thank you so much and have a marvelous day. If you have any doubts, you may ask me without any hesitation. I'm here to help you in the best possible way. Thank you.